Today I come to a quite a moist stream bed, also in the middle of the town, where to look for these mossy rocks. Some of these stream beds right inside the city, that is on the verge of getting developed. Such places you can many times find these very nice mossy rocks that are excellent for terrariums and all. And they grow on these rocks that don't tumble and all too much. They need to be somewhat stationary for a while. Then only that moss can settle down and grow, and they're very slow growing things, these mosses. In the monsoon they come out very well, and then as the it dries up they kind of shrivel a bit. But in particularly moist places, you can get this mossy stuff. For example, there's one mossy patch here. This is some moss that grows on mud actually. And then some can score also is there. Also nice terrarium plant. Those are the mosses. Then in the monsoon it forms quite a thick carpet. These are all some holes of either a snake or either underground water channels. And there's one variety of moss that grows here abundantly. I've done a video already on this and this moss. Not moss, fern. Very pretty fern, but when I tried to grow it, first attempt failed. I have to do another attempt. There's a nice mossy rock here. These type of stones, it can be, they'll settle in you have a high humidity terrarium, they look very nice in there, and they like that atmosphere also. That high humidity, closed and atmosphere. Even this place, stream bed, on this side there is one wall, that side there is one wall covered with greenery, and then there are tall arecanut trees on one side. This is a valley bottom, so it's moist, and then also they do some sprinkling and all inside in that arecanut farm. Just one more very nice moss specimen here. So I don't know much about these mosses. I mean, what medium and all that is a new subject to me. I'm sure there are hundreds of varieties of them. Here also very nice little patch, soft and nice. Only this fern I have to somehow get the hang of it. Very beautiful one. This one, in all probability, it's that strobilanthus or something. It's related that blue flowered shrub that I had covered earlier last week or some 10 days back. I did a video on this. I found these terrariums to be excellent for keen gardeners who are short of space. Like if you are living in an apartment and all, this is a good way to understand the ecology, stay in touch with to connect with the nature, and also this I found this terrarium just like the aquariums, very a good little lab to do trials on this natural gardening and all, because you can manipulate that small environment inside that glass terrarium and learn a great deal about having a system driven approach to keeping plants and all, where you work with the whole, like for that little, you make a little terrarium. It's a little ecological system by itself within that space. That moisture you have to control, lighting, and the kind of plants that grow in there, all that has to be manipulated correctly, then you will get a good result. So it's like a miniature garden. You don't need large spaces to do all your trials. In little tanks can be done. This stream bed is a doomed place because the upper portion of the stream is fast getting developed, and I expect within 4 or 5 years this place will be like that grey water, polluted water will start flowing here. For time being it is all right. That side there is a coconut farm. This is fully canopied. Hardly any sunshine comes down because it's the stream bed. I'm recording all this because it's all vanishing, and somewhere let it be documented. Oh, this is another very beautiful one. This is not a moss actually, but I mean it may be a moss also, but it is not having those fern-like leaves and all. Very beautiful plant, whatever it is, because it's a green color, photosynthesis happens on it. This is not moss, but maybe one of those bryophytum or something is there. One category of them that are most ancient and primitive, where the leaves structure haven't yet started. This place I had covered those phonelillas. Then on all these rocks, all these laterite rocks, that begonia grows also in the monsoon. After the monsoon, they all vanish completely, leaving no traces, and only this pothos candens, they survive and wait for the next monsoon. I'm going to cover this valley bottom up to another 3 minutes more till I come out of this place, so that it's recorded for posterity. There the waterfalls. I've done 2-3 videos of that water falling and the mosses growing on those rocks and all. By November end it kind of dries up. Then December, January, little moisture is still there. Finally by February everything shuts down in this region, and then all these plants they wait till the monsoon rains in June before the next cycle starts, all the annual plants and all. And so they are the plants that grow here, they are suited for they're evolved to handle one solid dry season. Both the ferns and orchids, everything in this region can handle from 4 months of intense non-stop rains of about almost 2000 mm or more. Then a dry season where there is no rain at all. There are a few months where dew is formed, that gives some moisture. Afterwards full summer, and then the rainy season starts again. So they are capable of withstanding intense rain followed by a very dry period. This is all this is that valley bottom, stream number 1 I have called it in my videos. And on all these rocks, these laterite rocks, thousands of little plants crop up that are exclusively designed to grow on these laterite rocks. Those also about almost a dozen species are covered here. Many of the small videos, these laterite rock hollows like this one, this will have at least 10 species of tiny plants in the monsoon and post monsoon. After that it dries up. Then only this Polycarpia corymbosa, this one only is managed to still be standing. But the seeds are there inside here, all over here, which will suddenly pop up when that rain and humidity, high rain along with high humidity. Now this place is fast getting developed, so I did a good thing when I think back. Last 6 months in this particular this valley number 1 and stream number 1 area, paddy field, abandoned paddy field and all, I completely covered the flora, almost every species that's there. And as I covered, I could see the development is following. And so at least I have documented what was there in this middle of this town. Because of particularly those small plants, they have no chance of surviving once little bit of development happens. And this kind of development what you see here, that is creates the situation for these invasive plants to come and occupy. So next year probably it will be interesting to see after the rains which all species can come back, and then which are those invasives that will come and occupy this niche now. This sacred grove is now almost repaired. It is not that bad. I spoke to the owners. I told them don't put too much cement on the floors because this is meant for snakes and all. So plenty of, they said they are a bit aware. They made some holes for the snakes to come in and go out on the wall. This is that private sacred grove of that family who owns this land. So they are going to have a ceremony and then all that, and then they left half of it uncemented. So grasses and all will come back. Even this sacred grove, before they made this wall and all, I covered some very nice fishes here. So once development is complete, now they are going to start selling off those family members who have got their property. They are going to start selling it and developing it, since the town is all around. But this little sacred grove will continue. It's been set aside, so one tiny little island will survive, where some birds and all can camp, and some of the native insects can breed and spread out from here also. And of course snakes families can continue undisturbed. So I'll stop here. Quite a long video.